We have reached 101, don't worry, it's not a college course, of Dragon Ball Super. The Warriors of Justice close in. Pride Troopers! Semari Kurusegi no Senshi. Polaido Tolupas! Obviously, this is all about the Pride Troopers attacking and using their teamwork and all that to their advantage in trying to take some people out, basically. Unfortunately, the ones they decide to try to take out are Kale and Caulifla. Starting the episode, Kale doesn't remember. She was in a blind rage in her Super Saiyan Berserk mode. Goku was about to challenge Jiren, of course. Jiren didn't look really interested in that at all. And so Toppo attacks Goku from behind, kind of digs him into the ground and says, hey Jiren, we should probably still stand back, save our stamina, and let Goku and these other guys, these other stronger guys, whittle down their stamina by taking out all of the weaker guys in this tournament. Which is a fine strategy, until what happens later in the episode we see, we'll get to that in a second. Goku gets blasted near Caulifla and Kale, and Caulifla's like, hey, get away from us. But during this, the Pride Troopers appear, and they have an awesome appearance, by the way. I love these guys. But then we have kind of an awkward moment where they're kind of ignoring the Pride Troopers a little bit, it seems. And where Caulifla's like, hey Goku, Kale's gonna beat you up, and Kale's all like nervous and stuff because she's lacking confidence and she doesn't know like if she has the power and everything like that. Caulifla says that she's proud of her. Now this character development in this, their relationship is awesome in this episode. We briefly cut to Roshi. He's like doing his electric attack, which we've seen him practicing earlier specifically for this tournament. And he hits this like one really cool design guy. I like the design of this guy. Too bad we didn't get to see more of him. But he's doing the electric attack, but unfortunately he can't move while doing the attack. So it's like you have to use teamwork in order to use this attack in this tournament. So Tien jumps in and he does the Tri-Beam or the Kikoho. No, he does the Shin Kikoho. And I'm like, why did you need to do that? You could have done like the Kamehameha, used like telekinesis or something to like, whale this guy out of there. Something, the Kikoho uses a lot of freaking energy, man. Unless it doesn't anymore, maybe he's developed it to where it just doesn't use up a crap ton of his stamina. But Roshi's tired from this attack. It looks like it kind of took a lot for him to do this technique against this guy. And, I feel like they're being reduced to just these two techniques. Roshi and Tien are more than just the electric attack and the Kikoho. Let's see some actual hand-to-hand combat. Let's see their skills. These guys are masters. They know what they're doing. So hopefully we'll see some more actual fighting from them instead of just them doing like one blast here and there. That was interesting. That was cool teamwork between Roshi and Tien. I liked it a lot. And then after this, Universe 7 rejoins with one another. Even Frieza and Vegeta go back, and Frieza has like the main guy from Universe 10, and he just like throws him out. I wish I would have saw some of the fight between Frieza and this guy, but he gets thrown out, and Universe 7's like, okay, we're back together, now we can redo our plan, because they were separated from Kale's berserkerness. We cut back to Goku and those guys, and the little tornado guy, and then there's this guy who can change his density. That was freaking awesome. He had Goku in this lockdown, and he was making himself heavier and heavier, like just standing there, digging into the tournament floor. That was awesome. And Goku couldn't move because he had to, he had a lock on him. So the tornado guy was like tornadoing, and then elsewhere 17 and 18 join the fray and attacks Casserole. Now Pride Troopers have really good teamwork. Like the guy's got a hold of Goku, so this other guy can attack him, try to whittle him down so that they can throw him out maybe. And then Invisible Girl, I'm gonna call her Invisible Girl or woman, does her bubble thing, which puts you in another dimension, so like you can't quote unquote break out of it. And during this guy with his discount Hellzone grenade is attacking Caulifla, and during this entire little bout, it was awesome. Like I love this guy's technique of the balls in the air going down and shooting at Caulifla, and like she can't escape it. It's too much for her to handle. And during this entire time I'm like, dude, why weren't you Super Saiyan to begin with? Like you should have turned Super Saiyan. I feel like that she could have done Super Saiyan during this entire exchange. I don't know, maybe she was just too overwhelmed by everything to concentrate. Who knows, but I thought it was kind of dumb that she wasn't Super Saiyan. But 17 and 18 jump in. And so that was awesome, and they couldn't sense them because they can't sense their energy because they're androids. So Casserole, aka Jean-Claude Van Kano, as I like to call him, he does this cool double-bladed thing to fight 17 and 18, and then eventually does this really big like ball energy attack against 17, but 17 has his shield, so he uses his shield, which was really cool. And I'm like, man, I really want to see 18 do this shield, but she goes off to help Goku and blast like the density guy. So using their really cool teamwork, the tornado guy takes the density guy up, throws him at 18, you know, grinds her into the freaking stage. But we can see that she's not hurt at all. She just lifts the guy up and using like his own technique against him, throws him toward the edge of the stage, but he's able to stop, which I'm like, oh, cool. He's able to stop. We can, you know, have a really cool fight between all these guys. But then the stage breaks and he falls. And I'm like, why don't people, you know, jump back into the stage? Like the second you're at the edge of the stage, you should be like, I need to not be here. Boom. Middle of the stage. You know, I feel like that's what I would have done. I would have like rolled so that I'm not at the edge of the stage, jumped, done something instead of just sitting there saying, oh, good thing I didn't fall out. But the Invisible Girl makes a big dome around Kale, Caulifla, and the Pride Troopers so that Goku and the androids can't get in. They can't even sense in there. So Caulifla is getting bombarded, and I'm glad that they said this because I really liked the Pride Troopers before this because they seemed like a Justice, you know, goody-goody good guys. And Casserole's like, man, I don't like using these tactics, but, you know, this is life or death. We have no choice but to do this, so we're just gonna wail on you until you're unconscious. So Caulifla is like, hey, Kale, you know, you have this power. You can use this power. And then we have such a cool moment with Kale, you know, finally tapping into her power and, you know, getting it controlled. And she has this awesome transformation, blasts out of this dimension bubble. How she did that, I don't know. I thought it was a different dimension. It's whatever. It takes me back to the time when Goku blasted past hits, time skip, or whatever happened back then. But oh man, such a cool scene. And I love this look of her. She looks so cool having control of this power. And then the Pride Troopers, we have this awesome beam class. They call it the Pride Justice Stream. And that was like a rainbow teamwork blast. And then Caulifla now decides to go Super Saiyan. And Kale do their teamwork blast. And Kale's like, you know, pushing herself more and more. And Caulifla's like, you have more power. You know, you can push more. And then she turns into Berserker Super Saiyan or whatever, but it's controlled this time. It's like the Hulk in the Avengers movie. Oh, spoilers for that if you haven't seen it. You know, it's like however many years old, so you probably have seen it, where Bruce Banner's like, that's my secret, you know, I'm angry all the time, and transforms into the Hulk at will. So they end up beating these 4 Pride Troopers. They blast them out of the stage, which is a little bit disappointing to me. I wish we would have seen a little bit more of their characters and their character, you know, teamwork and stuff like that. But it was really cool all the same. So that was awesome. But during this, the Invisible Girl like makes her dimension bubble so that the blast didn't affect her at all. And she's laughing, gloating about it. And 18's like, well, I can't touch you, but I can touch this bubble. Goodbye. Picks it up, throws her out. That was so funny. But man, it's such a cool technique and so useful. I wish we would have gotten a chance to see more of that. You know, and really that's the only negative I could have about this episode, I think, is that we were showing some really cool things that I want to see more of. And that's not really a negative, I guess. So obviously I really liked this episode. I liked the Pride Troopers, their teamwork. I liked Caulifla and Kale's character growth in this, especially Kale's in her transformation. That was awesome. We even got to see some of the androids, even Roshi and Tien. And the animation and art weren't too bad either. Compared to last episode, it was pretty fantastic, because last episode was really wonky. But next episode we have Rebrand. We finally get to see these magical girls in action. So looking forward to that. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching the review. You know, check out some of my other content on the channel here. And of course my top 5 attacks of Dragon Ball Z, or coolest attacks, best attacks, whatever you want to call it. That's a really cool video. Y'all should check that out. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.